Maccas Lan Party are so soldier-centric in comparison, I think definitely that choice of map should be advantageous.
Well, certainly, I think Snakewater is that kind of map where you put a lot more heals on your pocket soldier, given that, like, especially around Soulroom, etc., it's really easy for that soldier to get in and get a lot of spam, but also take a lot of heals and get a lot of really good damage out. So I think that's going to be very reliant on them. But anyway, I'm going to take us down the roster for Maccas Lan Party. We have Noble H on Noble Harvards on Roma for them. We got Cap and Cody on Medic. We got Icy and John the Asian on Scout. But I do believe that for the second map, we're going to have John the Asian swapping out with Coda. We have Zonite on Demo and Smash on Pocket. And let's just talk a bit about Maccas. I think it's really interesting for them is that their Demo is the main caller for them.
Yeah.
Which is something that you don't really see in many teams these days. A few teams do it, but I think it's pretty interesting. Like Smash is arguably one of their stronger players as a Pocket, getting a lot of like really high damage out, but he's not very vocal as a Pocket. So that's really interesting in terms of how they like to play.
I mean, especially in like Div 5, it is quite important because, you know, sort of the very basics of the game. It is important to have this dominant caller, so maybe he's just like not very accustomed to controlling a team and like dictating pushes. So if we have Zonite who's like stepped up and said, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna take care of leading the team and, you know, be the pushers on my head, that's definitely a great call to make, even if it's a demo, which, like as you said, is a bit unconventional. Yeah, good for him for stepping up.
Certainly. And what are your predictions coming into this first? I think on paper, TR6, you know, having such a dominant season they have in Div 5, I think they're certainly tipped to, you know, have a very dominant showing tonight. But I still think Maccas are going to be able to at least take a map. I think we're definitely going to see a third map tonight. I don't think it's going to be a whitewash, as people are predicting.
I agree. Just to quickly go over TR6's dominant season, throughout the whole regular season, I only had one draw, which was against Intoxicated, who Maccas Lan Party, despite finishing 3rd seed, beat them in the semi-finals to be here. So, you know, if Intoxicated can take a map of them and then Maccas Lan Party can, you know, beat Intoxicated, logic follows that Maccas Lan Party should hopefully be able to do the same to our TR6. So yeah, I'm definitely going to agree with you there that I feel like Process will definitely, I think, probably be a bit of a whitewash for TR6, but I'm going to say Maccas Lan Party will definitely have a much closer game on Snakewater. And then it'll be interesting to see how that momentum carries over to Gully. Oh, and we're going live here, so do you want to take us through this first mid, Oxy?
Certainly. I'm going to be looking at Johnny, the demo for TR6 on this mid.
Yeah, I'm going to go in too. Both demos seem to be there around the same time.
The roam is so fast though for TR6 right now, taking really good height on top of that crate that he's just denying the demo from Maccas.
Noble Harvard is the first casualty we saw in this match, cratering on the ground. Both teams are quite, TR6 are quite clumped up, and, you know, Maccas Lan Party is sort of just rolling over mid here, but Smash is going down, and this should be Q for Maccas Lan Party, unless they get a pick right now to just bail out of it, and that's exactly what they're doing. And just giving TR6 a cap. Doesn't look like anyone from TR6 is being too aggressive, although as I say that, it looks like Heaves and Johnny want to start moving around Choke here.
Yeah, it is even Ubers between the two teams, so we should both teams backing off, getting ready, doing some sacks, just trading a bit of spam in the choke here.
Yeah. We have In with a massive bomb free choke, but sort of whiffs his jump at the last second and sort of scurries away in Sewer, trying to make the best of a bad situation.
Yeah, just trading a bit of spam here from Sewer. We got Imms just trading a bit of spam. We do have a Scout and a Roma in IT here for Maccas Lan Party, trying to maybe catch out one of the players, but it seems like TR6 aren't really just going to give that the room. They're just going to wait back, buff their players, and get a bomb in.
Yeah, we had Heeb sort of peek, although High goes down on the flank. I didn't quite catch that. So, you know, this looks so cute. Looks like the flank of Maccas Lan Party maybe going to peek for IT, but Noble Harvard and Icy decide to back off. What are your thoughts on that? Do you like to see one of them get a bit aggressive, you know, with that extra room? Although, wait, as I said that, Johnny, very lucky to survive free choke there. As Invis comes in with a bomb, again, whiffs his jump and heads back to Sewer.
Maccas had the player, but given how dominant TR6 have been this whole season, like, it's not the wrong play for them to sit back and maybe want to wait for a better pick for them to want to push off that. Like, it's very risky, especially in a finals game. They're not trying to make any mistakes here.
Yeah. But the Uber is come out from TR6, and Maccas Lan Party still haven't had to use, although Zonite got taken down, which is a bit of a misplay. The Uber does come out here, but no frag so far. A few players get spun, and Icy down too. This is not looking good for Maccas Lan Party. And Noble Harvard down as well. Capping Code is caught completely out of position. It's just Smash. He's taken down a turn. And that is a wipe.
Yeah, Mac is really wanting to either like really commit to the solo or do a multi then, and their players weren't quick enough to get out for that solo, so they should have multied, but unfortunately didn't really quite happen. And we're just going to see a push into last here, and that should be round. Yeah,
just Zonite up. Few respawners, but surely Maccas Lan Party can't hold this. But as I say that, they are. They've got 3 frags. The medic has hightailed out of there. Sora's down. It's just medic and demo. What the hell happened there, Oxy?
Well, we just saw the spawners come in, so that demo Zonite was just stopping TR6 from getting on that point and allowed for his team to get spawners in, so good work from him. And it's going to mean that his team can hold it, but Cody is out on second. He doesn't really have anyone with him, and with spawners coming in for TR6, he could get really caught out here. They're all over second, and they need to stack the cap. We have a soldier coming in
by Viz.
Huge bomb!
And yep, the counter bomb by Heaves gets a frag along with Johnny.
Cody goes down as well.
Zonite taken down. It's just Noble Harvard's live in low. He should get taken out. He's jumping back to last, but surely they can't have another miracle hold, and they don't. TR6 taking the first round here on Process.
Yeah, Macca's scouts just weren't quick enough to get on that second. Like, both scouts need to be on that right away, with like players possibly forward, whereas they all just comped on second and didn't work out. Yeah,
they delayed way too far, but let's ignore that and move on to this next mid, see which demo gets there quicker. Here. Zonite seems to be a decent while quicker than Johnny, but again, in Biz with a great bomb, but again, backing out immediately, not wanting to actually follow up on his damage.
Huge presence from TR6 here. Mac is going to want to get out straight away.
And that is exactly what they're doing, all piling through that choke. If there was an aggressive play from TR6 there, they probably could have got a nice bit of spamming. But they are actually looking like they might want to carry this aggression through, which I really like. No, they decide to back out. And
even Uber's here. They could possibly push off the player ad, but I don't think they will.
Yeah. Noble Harvard does go down in flank, and there's 2 players currently in IT. But again, looks like they're just going to back out. Scout might get taken out here. Icy's dueling, and loses a 2-on-1 to Oh-High. So this looks like it's going to cue the push to TR6, who further get John, and they're just pushing Zonite, capping Cody, and Smash all the way back to last.
Yeah, Mac is going to back off. They will have spawners though, so they will have an Uber to push this, unless TR6 just want to push it and see if they can kind of make something happen here.
Yeah, I see respawn back on Scout instead of maybe going to an upper.
Yeah, maybe a heavy would have been an appropriate hit. We do see Ubers getting exchanged here. Zonite goes down though in that Uber. This is going to be bad news for Maccas right now. Do you have that heavy
the heavy does come up, but yeah, it's currently 4-on-3, and it looks like TR6 are going to start their repush now. Yep, Johnny was behind them the entire time, getting out great damage, and there we go, second round goes to TR6.
A big key on these mids is Maccas is not taking height. TR6 are just taking so much height and locking them out on these mids, especially with like that fast Roma play.
Yeah, Invis getting to crates immediately, and then Maccas Lan Party just sort of huddling behind Rock, not sure exactly what to do, so hopefully they swap it up. Again, Invis gets to mid all the way before Zonite even can get to his health back, completely denying it. Noble Hate did get high ground, but backs off after taking a lot of spam. So we've got Smash again trying to take high ground, but it actually looks like Maccas Lan Party are in a much advantageous position, and Johnny Asian does get Oh-High.
Yeah, and a good 20% advantage as well for Maccas here.
With a big bomb, but had no eyes on the enemy team and just sort of landed and did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it's going to be the mid going to Maccas, and they do have an Uber at. I don't think they probably know that they have it. If they move off it straight away, they probably could, but Zona gets sticky trap and shot and goes down. This is going to just cue a reset, buff players up and try to get a pick here or something. Demo getting very aggressive from TR6 here. Very out of position.
I'm liking this.
No one from Maccas is really punishing it.
Yeah, exactly. It's getting a nice bit of spam out. And TR6 had a nice little duel with Maccas in IT there. Nothing really came of it. Although they're taking a fair bit of damage and choke now on Maccas. But again, this is just sort of back into the stalemate. It looks like Sora might want to get a bit aggressive here, but decides to just huddle around that health pack in IT, not doing anything. We have John the Asian and Noble Harvards trying to maybe pressure them out here. But again, we're just seeing another stalemate situation here. I'm really hoping when the Ubers eventually come in, Captain Cody does not drop Zonite again, because that's happened twice already, and it's really been a big part. I think they're losing these fights.
So, but as we can see here, like this is really on Maccas to push, and they're just giving TR6 so much room here.
Yeah.
They really need to be buffing their roamer in and trying to get a force or trying to get a pick or something.
John the Asian's taking a 2-on. There was a 2-on-1 there, John the Asian in Sewer, but again, yeah, they're giving TR6 so much room. It's like, but Noble Harvard does manage to take down Ohio, so hopefully we see them get a bit aggressive here. And yes, the Uber's out very, very early, as they haven't even forced the enemy Uber. Here it comes in, but at this point, without no frags, Captain Code is caught out of position. Zonite's getting taken down as well. The two players behind are probably, yep, that's Smash, and John the Asian is just sort of danced around last. Definitely a misplay with that Uber. They Ubered in far too early for a choke.
Certainly, and there was a great flash as well in that Uber by Doge there. Or Doji, like he caught his demo then when his demo was getting pressured by Escape, and none of his players went down in that Uber fight. They're going to take second off this as well, most likely. Yeah. I don't think Mac is going to have the spawners to be able to hold this, as well as they're going to be on a massive Uber disad.
Yeah, about 40% or so. Yeah, don't know their rationale behind Ubering through choke. Like, they got their scout down on flank, but like that's just a cue to sort of buff up and peek choke, not directly Uber around before you even have eyes on the enemy team.
You see a bit of spam being traded here now, but TR6 are going to be coming up on that Uber charge, and they're probably going to know that and push off it straight away. Their pocket getting very deep here into the choke.
Yeah, TR6. Yep, the Uber is out now. Let's see if Cody can kite this. Big bomb from Heebs, and gets one rocket, whiffs the second, but another bomb in from Inv maybe will get him down, and yes, finds that rocket onto Cody. But fight's going in the way, definitely, of Maccas Lan Party. It's a 3-on-5 here. Johnny's going to get taken out for sure. Sora's in IT might win against Noble Harvard, but wow, what happened with that Uber play? As I said, Sora actually gets
mid's still going on. Sora going huge.
Yeah, that was an incredible little play from Sora, just sort of sneaking around through IT to get those frags.
TR6 are going to lose this mid, but they're most likely going to be able to come in and just repush this straight away, as they do have the spawn and the heals advantage here.
Yeah, and yeah, Heebs and Ohio just coming into this fight and absolutely muscling out Maccas Lan Party. That was an interesting little transition of play for that last minute or so. Not sure how to properly qualify it, but we'll see TR6 once again taking the upper hand overall, as with relatively even Ubers, we're probably going to see another significant stalemate situation.
Certainly, TR6, like, Maccas still don't have 2 on the second, so TR6 might want to push this, but it's, they're just going to trade spam, back off, and...
we have Ohio getting very aggressive here. Imv is taken down. Johnny's well through choke. He surely has to be taken out here. Yes, we have a bomb, big bomb by Smash, but survives on about 3 HP. Yeah, just spam being traded. TR6 with a lot of position. Maccas Lan Party just really playing not too well. Smash skyward, gets not a frag, but can Icy follow up his damage? Doesn't really seem like it. Noble Harvard's in with a bomb and manages
gets the med on 97%.
Wow, great play. That will at least, mean that hopefully once respawners come, Maccas should be able to push back out.
Maccas want to push this though. They are Ubering out onto second here.
And we have In actually going behind them. It's just John the Asian on loss. Is he going to try to take this back cap? No, it doesn't really look like he is. Poor Uber from Maccas Lan Party again. They just Uber out with a demo, there was no support there, they achieved nothing, and now they turn a really advantageous position into another stalemate where they're on the worst end of the fight.
Yeah, they needed players with them, especially with that push out on the second, and yeah, as you did say, they're in a really bad position here now. If TR6 are grinding this, they should at least get a 15% add, and they should move up it straight away.
And that's exactly what they're doing. How do you feel about the position of Maccas Lan Party? It doesn't really look like they know where the standard holds off a lot. They've sort of got Captain Cody sort of just trailing around the floor. Okay, they're slowly getting into position now. There's seemed to be a bit of an awkward defense. But yeah, with a 10% advantage, we're probably going to see a bit of a stalemate.
Yeah, we're just seeing a bit of a stalemate now. I would probably prefer the heavy up in secret, but to each their own.
Yeah, again, Maccas Lan Party just got overcharged. So how would you like to see TR6 do this? Maybe get a sack scout and snipe?
Well, TR6 seem to be getting a lot of room coming in one door right now, honestly, and it seems like they're getting in there for free, so I'd almost like Uber solo in, like on a pocket here, and just try to cycle the Ubers, try to like force Maccas to multi, because like Maccas are on the back foot right now.
Takes a duel against Icy, probably going to get taken down here. everyone seems to be whipping their shot, but the heavy comes in at the last second to save his soldier teammate and get the frag there. That was a bit of a misplay, I think, by both players. Ohai had massive position there, but then whiffed his shots at the last minute on both weak scout and soldier.
Yeah, we do see the sniper coming up now for TR6, so they should just be trying to wait for him to come up and poke and prod and make a bit of room for him.
Yeah, do you think Maccas Lan Party will have maybe already assumed that he's going to come up as a sniper? And it kind of seems like they will. Their position has changed a bit, but as we say that, Johnny gets a sneaky pick onto Noble Harvard, and he's just free in the right of lobby. Do I hear a conch?
Yeah, we do see a conch coming up. We do see the Uber's going to be coming in now for TR6. They haven't even popped theirs yet. They've got a huge Uber advantage here.
And the headshot rings out onto Zonite. But again, the frag's massively in favour of Maccas Lan Party. That is a bit of a miracle Div 5 conch play we're seeing here. The medic has bailed. Icy surely gets the frag here. Icy whiffing all of her shots. The medic is still shame, surviving.
You can't deny that conch play is interesting.
Icy finally gets the medic after a very arduous fight. But no, that was a brilliant conch play. I love seeing that. As Sora gets a nice little cheeky frag onto Smash there on second. Again,
Mac is going to lose second here. They had the opportunity to kind of get out and possibly take second, but without enough players there, they decided to back off. They do have Uberad here. They are sticking around one door a little bit too much. They probably want to stay back, grind it, and try to maybe push out.
Yeah, hopefully, if they do Uber out with Zona again, they have maybe Icy or John coming out with them, so it's not just an absolute sort of failed Uber, because I feel like, especially with a scout Ubering out, well, actually, I wouldn't even say that. I feel like they really need a soldier Uber out here, just to try to get the ground easily because of the position of Doge. But they're not using that Uber advantage, really. Maybe they just are too hesitant and thought that the Ubers were more even?
It is on Maccas to push, but they probably are feeling very pressured, and they lose two now. This is really bad news. We might even just see TR6 just like doing a 5-man sack for this.
Captain Cody forces the Uber. Great bomb, and no real protection on the medic as John the Agent gets taken out by Johnny again, just walking past a sticky trap, I'm fairly sure. So we should see an immediate push onto, or an almost immediate push onto last hit by TR6, and here they come. The Uber's popped, currently sitting no fry. Captain Cody is the first casualty. Noble H and, oh no, it's actually Smash getting taken down here. Lots of time on point, and a very easy cap by TR6 to take it to 3-0. Interesting play by Maccas Lan Party there. I'm not really sure what was going through their heads, but yeah, TR6 take the lead even further as we get to this next bomb. Zonite getting there at a reasonable time. Again, in Viz, just taking so much room on these crates. What is happening?
We do see Maccas here just trying to contest that height. They are very clumped up outside IT, and that's a really nice rocket from them, and a lot of players are pretty hurt here. But TR6 lose another, and Heaves are going to back off this.
Sora does get a very clean shot onto Smasher, taking him down, but so and the health for Maccas Lan Party is not good right now. But that's because Captain Cody is so weak, he can't really commit to the fight as Doge gets a cheeky arrow frag onto John the Asian. And Maccas Lan Party hightail it out of there, not wanting to take any further casualties.
Yeah, that mid was going really well for them, but then the pipes from Johnny, the rollers, just got at least so 4 players with like 3 or 4 rollers, and they were just way too hurt and had to back off that straight away. We do see even Ubers though, so should expect buffing up a player or something happening relatively soon.
We have in again, but he's just whiffing his not really having successful bombs this map. But hopefully
he goes down to 10 from 2 rockets. He's very hurt here.
Steel. Balls of steel. But again,
they were just spam rockets from Choke though, so I think he's just he got a bit scared, backed off, and I don't think he's going to peek that angle again.
Yeah. Very interesting play, but again, Maccas Lan Party giving TR6 like more room than they should. As again, TR6 just walking into second here, like absolutely, really not that contested. I don't agree with this by Maccas.
We do see a fight going on in IT at the moment though. The soldiers and scouts trading a bit of spam here. Yeah. Trying to find a pick.
And in comes to back up his teammate, but yeah, just really doesn't seem like anything. Ohai's getting very aggressive on the Noble Hates and gets a frag, so this should cue some sort of push, but no,
John
he
does
gets...
trade though. He gets the return frag.
But again, look at how far through choke Heebs is getting. Icy taken down on the flank again by In, so maybe this will be the cue to push. And yep, they're coming in with the Uber right. No, haven't even popped yet. In with a nice bomb, gets 2 rockets onto Cody and forces the Uber. Both teams slashing a reasonable amount though. And TR6 actually look like they just want to get the hell out of there.
Smash getting really deep though, getting denied at that choke. He's really hurt though, he's going to bomb in anyway, see what he can do. He does get nice rockets from Smash.
Yes.
And the demo, Johnny's going to get caught out here in sewer most likely.
Maybe?
So
Knight's just having a cheeky duel? This is an interesting play. He's going for the back? No, he's going to bomb around choke. Let's see if Maccas Lan Party know what's happening in here. His jump is... No,
he gets
makes
out. Alive? Alright.
Okay, new meta, just jump past every player and hope not to get hit.
Maccas kind of had that option there where like they knew the demo wasn't up, so they could have maybe just flooded through choke on a second and just ignored him, but they kind of hung around on mid and somehow he got out alive. That was a bit of a shame for them, but they have a big Uber advantage, so if they want to move off this, they most likely can.
But again, TR6 flank is getting so much good damage out. I mean, they're taking a bit themselves, but they're like muscling Noble H out completely out of IT. But again, it's TR6 that's sort of doing the aggressive here. Maccas Lan Party just really don't seem like they want to... they just really don't seem comfortable with their aggression, which, I mean, for a Div 5 team, that's totally understandable, especially in the Grand Final.
Certainly, I think they just want to take it slow, don't really want to make any mistakes. Right now, I think, like, on even Ubers, like, Maccas should be way more close to choke here. I think they're allowing a lot of spam to come in here. They really need to be buffing a player.
It's worth pointing out, though, Noble Harvard's on about 500 ping.
True, that is a kickback. They do get a pick on the Ohai. This should be queuing the push for them here. On the second. They're all getting ready to come out of sewer here. This could work out really well for them.
Cabin Cody's just walking through choke by himself, and yes, here comes Uber. Noble H does get taken out, and TR6 was a very good Uber here. They should be able to clean up all of these players, in all honesty. But, yeah, okay, there we go. Smash just casually capping the point, makes it out. Captain Cody's sort of caught in an awkward position. Surely will die, and yes, he does. And that's a wipe.
Yeah, so this looks going to be like a mid and second for TR6 here. Maccas came in, like had the multi. They were maybe trying to get a pick out of it, but in the end, like they just had the worst Zebra and didn't really back out in time. Like Cody could have maybe had the option to try to escape then, but decided to stay in instead. And this just means they're just resigning themselves to a last push. We do have the engineer play from the Roma of Maccas Lan Party, which is pretty common for them.
Yeah, decides to go back to Soldier.
Decides to go back to Soldier, yeah. So they're going to try to get a second.
Yeah, again, I'm expecting the TR6 flank to go pretty big here, as we've seen. Just get out the damage and then see TR6 possession onto guard here. Although, to be fair, Maccas Lan Party are holding far more aggressively than they have been. Although, as we say, that Imb does, as predicted, gets taken out by TR6, and Sora just walks in and mouse one Zonite down. In with a massive bomb, should pick up IC, gets taken down by John, but yeah, that was a bit of a misplay, just letting a scout walk in through sewer, absolutely uncontested into your demo. Noble H Smash actually in with a bomb, but achieves absolutely nothing, only getting about 20 damage onto that demo man.
Yeah, so this is going to be a last push straight up from TR6. They have the body ad of about those two people. We do see the heavy weapons guy coming out. Maybe going to be able to do something, but the focus fire coming in from TR6 is just too much. Too many players going down for Maccas right now. And that's going to be 4-0 at the moment, TR6.
Yep, we're on round point right now. Yeah, unexpected. I thought it might have been a bit close in this, but again, these mids have just been decisively going to TR6, and that's just sort of like eventually snowballed into all these rounds. Maccas Lan Party really just not getting aggressive.
Yeah, Zonite does hit the beam as well, so he's going to have a much slower mid. Maccas are still going to try to contest this, see what they can do, but
yeah, bit of a
Zonite's very slow
mid. Heeb's getting a decent bit of position, but should get taken out here. This should be a cue for Maccas Lan Party to aggress, but John the Agent gets taken down. Sora is coming up behind the demo here. Should be an easy frag. He jumps over his head instead. We've got him doing incredible damage coming out on top, and yep, here we go. TR6 wiping Maccas Lan Party once again. Their men surviving. This will most likely be GG for this map.
Yeah, we just saw like Macca's demo is really slow to that mid, and they kind of stuck in a little bit, but it just the frags weren't going their way. Just they really need to take height and kind of move that presence a bit more, and it just didn't really work out for them at all.
Yeah, and I don't know, it was looking really advantageous for Maccas Lan Party, but again, they just weren't locking out certain areas of the map, which just let TR6 come in like pretty much uncontested and just do so much damage. And yep, leading up to the push here, it looks like they're just going to come through lobby as they have been, maybe any second now, hopefully. They do have an engineer and a demo to contest with, but again, they engineer and a heavy to contest with. They get the demo right away. Captain Cody should get taken out here. He does. Hopefully we'll see the rest of the frags most likely follow. The sentry's down. No frags, yep. Johnny getting a nice bit of damage here, and here we are, TR6 victorious 5-0 on this first map.
Not a surprising result, really, from TR6. Like, their scouts are a lot stronger than Maccas Lan Party scouts. And like a map like Process, which just allows so much room for that demo and scout to move around and like do a lot of work for your team. Like, it's no surprise they're a very dominant map.
Yeah, I'm just going to bring up logs here. Speaking of scout frags, let's have a look there. Heeb's doing the most work in the server with about 7.5k damage. Johnny just below that, and Smash unsurprisingly below that. Yeah, although this, yeah, and here we see scouts, both scouts, second and third fragging for the server for TR6.
I think a big part of that map was like Doge or Dogi, or I don't even know how you want to say it. Like, he only died 4 times. Like, in a lot of those Uber exchanges, he was being able to walk out with his life.
Yeah.
And going really well, so...
Well, it was the complete opposite for Captain Cody. He was almost always being caught out almost the second the Ubers faded. Let's have a quick look at the heal spread. He's taking 42% of heals for his team. The rest of the frags sort of going, rest of the heals going as you'd expect to. Red heal spread is far more even. Zonite and Smash getting about equal heals, and then John the Asian and Icy slightly below that, with Noble Harvard only taking 7% of overall heals, which is, I guess, a bit standard.
Yeah, certainly. For a map where, like, they were so on the back foot, you'd maybe expect their roamer to take their pocket take a lot more heals than the demo would, but that just doesn't seem to be the case.
Yeah. I believe we're moving on to Snakewater. Yeah, we're moving on to Snakewater now. If the server decides to load for us, hopefully.
Snakewater is Macca's pick, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So, I think it's going to be really important for Macca's, like, how they want to play the last holds, I think. Macca's often cop a bit of criticism, I think, for how they like to play last holds, from what I know. Typically, like, their roamer is considered, like, their main off-classer, like, as we saw in that first map, going to Engineer. But I feel like on a map like Snakewater, where you really need, like, that kind of soldier presence on both sides, it could really work against them. Yeah. I don't know if that's how they like to play it, and I'm not necessarily criticizing them for it, but, like, I do know that is something that, like, people usually, like, it comes up in conversation a bit, that people know that, like, they often are just always favoring that Engineer off class over a heavy. Yeah,
I'd like to point out that I'd say more so than last pushes is just the hold, as I say, this is my TF2 crashes. The mid to second stalemate holds, they're letting TR6 have so much room. Like, it's understandable that occasionally there'd be the odd flank pick, but the amount of just room they're letting the combo of TR6 walk in through choke is, I don't know, again, it could be, like, multitude of things, like the fact that they're Div 5, the fact that it's a grand final, like, there's so many, like, factors here, but I remember when I was, like, first running sixes, like, I was petrified of doing anything that involved any sort of aggression, so it's not surprising that they're playing like this, but I really, especially with Snakewater being a map where, like, the mid to second stalemate can be so absolutely crippling, like, I really hope that when it comes to those situations, if it does, that they really just don't let TR6 get in for free. Like, they hold their ground and just say, you know what, no, we're not going to let you come free choke. We're not going to let you have all this free damage. We're not going to let you force our med without, like, even having to use yourself. So I really hope they take, like, a much more aggressive stance here, and that's what I'd really like to see.
Certainly. I think that TR6... I feel like Maccas, especially on a map like this, like, given they're so pocket-orientated, it's going to really be important for them not to give up a lot of room. But I also think that Smash is going to make sure that kind of doesn't really happen. I feel like they'll be playing around Fozzlm a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
So I feel like that's going to be really important for them.
Give me a prediction. How do you think these teams are going to play these mids based on how you saw Process being played? Obviously, very different maps and sort of the style of mids they are, but if you were to make a prediction?
It really depends. I think the problem with Process is you need a roamer that can land that fast bomb like every time.
Yeah.
And I think, like, while the roamers land that fast bomb, I didn't really see either of the roamers take that pack from the demo, or like really, for lack of a better term, shit on the demo's face too much, which is pretty common in, like, I think the divs that we play in. Like, you usually expect, like, you know, 1 out of every 3 mids, your demos is going to get destroyed if he's not careful.
Yeah.
So I think that was like a big problem for them. I feel like on this, on these mids, like, if Maccas soldiers take really solid height, like, it can work out really well for them. But I think, as well as like, how strong your demo is really important, because if your demo can just lock the other team out into Saw, then, like, you'll get so much room here, and then it's just up to your scouts to just collapse on that. And I feel like, given how strong TR6's scouts are, I feel like that's going to be a big thing for them. So I think it's going to be really important for Maccas soldiers to get in and do heaps of damage for them on these mids. Whereas I feel like for TR6 is going to be more about space and how their demo and scouts want to play space.
Yeah, definitely. So if you were, I mean, you sort of just summarized it there, but if you were to say, maybe in just the simplest way possible, if you were Maccas Lan Party, like, if you were Zone Knight leading the team, what would you say going into this first mid? Like, how would you want your team to play right away, right off the bat?
I think that their scouts are really going to... I think Maccas scouts are really going to need to, like, walk their demo through a lot of areas, I feel. A lot of the time, TR6's soldiers are just getting really good height and just getting, like, nice spam. So in order for Zonite to be able to kind of get around and move around and get the room that he needs, they need their scouts to be sticking really close to him in the med. Depending how they want to play it, like, I usually prefer on Snakewater possibly to run double gunboats. Just that's like a style that AA liked to play when we did Snakewater a bit. So that could possibly be the case.
Yeah, this mid definitely leads itself to, like, the double soldier, coordinated soldier bomb over, like, that midpoint. Because I guess this midpoint, in a way, is a lot more linear than sort of maybe other maps are, kind of. So yeah, it definitely gives room for soldiers, like, with, like, the right timing to just bomb over mid and completely annihilate the other team, given the situation. It looks like Coda has swapped in for John the Asian.
Yeah, we knew that was going to happen. We knew that they were going to switch those scouts over in between those 2 maps, which is fair. Like, giving both their scouts a turn is fair, and it's, you know, nice to see both scouts getting a run. I think Coda usually plays more passively, so that could be a factor.
Yeah, and definitely, that is one thing. Like, you saw Inv jump around Choke so many times and just sort of get into Captain Cody for free. So definitely, if there's, like, Coda playing much more around his medic of a similar name, hopefully we'll see less, like, easy roamer bombs and see a bit more denial onto the med here, which is definitely, like, something that just kept happening over and over on that process. Like, I mean, he did have quite a few failed bombs, but overall, like, he was just getting in relatively for free. You know, best case scenario, he got, like, some great rockets onto Cody. Worst case, like, he's still forced to the Uber, and it's like, so definitely if we see Coda playing a much more passive scout role, while IC is working the flank with Noble Harvards, we can see potentially, best case scenario, in sort of being, in a way, shut out of this match. But I think we're just, sorry about the delay folks, I think we're just having a bit of issues with HUD and whatnot. We're just trying to get this sorted out.
Just coming into this map, I think something that we took from the logs last time that I don't think we really pointed out a lot is something that I noticed for Maccas was that all of the time when their pocket was really trying to spam choke, the demo was really close as well.
Oh yeah.
And you can see that in the kind of stats, like their demo took the most damage, like took 3k more damage than Johnny did on TR6. So I think on a map like this where it's so, especially around that kind of saw area, both your players going to be taking that, you want one of your two players to be taking those kind of heals, which is typically like while I was talking about gunboats play, like it means your demo can just take way more heals.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be important, because I feel like if Maccas get pressured too hard in these choke points, they're going to crumble in some area, either through, like as we saw on Process, like dropping their demo, or like they're just going to really be pushing to get better Uber situations.
Yeah, that's definitely something to keep an eye on. Do you hear one of the teams reading up? Yeah, again, sorry about all the delays on stream, guys. This is sort of, things went wrong last minute, and as we said, we're actually going into the first mid here, as a good luck, have fun do ring out in chat, so I'm going to keep an eye on Johnny and see what he can get done this first mid. Zonite seems to be there fairly, in fact, quite a bit faster, getting massive amounts of position onto the point. Both scouts are absolutely obliterate Icy on the high ground as Im comes in for a massive bomb. Oh, Cap and Cody just surviving. Johnny wanting to come in, and he does connect the damage. And
Cody goes down, but Maccas are able to pick up Doji at least, so this is going to be a last hole for them.
Definitely. Yeah, it was surprising how much more, I could say, assertive Zonite was on that mid compared to Snakewater. He just got to mid, just walked all the way through point and sort of locked Johnny out for the good part of that fight. As we say that, Heebs has just sort of made his way in, and Zonite is probably going to be caught out here if Heebs can coordinate with his scout, but they're just sort of letting Zonite get out for free. Bit of an interesting play as Sora just decides to cap, takes the rocket, and smartly backs out.
Maccas are coming out here and gonna contest second, which is fair given that both meds are on even Ubers here.
Definitely. Ian actually taken down, but trades overall for Cap and Cody with a cheeky arrow pick onto the demo. This should, yeah, definitely throw. Oh no, they
Maccas
lose
lost
Smash.
too many frags here,
And they're
Zonite's
going to lose the cap. Yeah.
That was looking really good for Maccas, given that Johnny was just really far forward and out of position on top of the train. I'm not quite sure what he was doing. Maybe he thought his team was in a little bit deeper with him. And Maccas kind of maybe could have contested that, but they lost too many now, and now it's going to be an even Uber situation on last. We do see, as I was mentioning, we see the engineer and a heavy weapons guy, so double off-classing here. But that kind of means that the left area is really open right now, and that scout there for TR6 Ohai is going to be scouting that, and he's going to letting his team know. And we do see Inf coming up that top for the bomb. He knows that the sentry's there, but it's really easily spammable from that position.
Yeah.
Look at him, he's just getting so much free spam here.
It goes down. I'd like to also point out, we have another conk play from Smash, but he seems to be a fair while off, as he just gets completely bullied out of choke there. Does manage to force the Uber, but trades his life away for it. Captain Cody gets his own Uber out. But again, Icy, they lose Icy on the flank, and this Uber for Maccas Lan Party is somewhat disastrous. Coda does get the medic though, so if they can just group up and play around Teals, Maccas Lan Party should have a relatively simple hold here.
Yeah, TR6 is just going to back off this. They got good spam in, but they needed more players than that Uber on that right side there to be able to get more frags. If anything, it just caused TR6 to back off, and now it's going to be a minor advantage for Captain Cody, but I don't know if they're going to really want to push out on this.
Well, minor in the sense of 50% actually, unless my HUD is broken. Yes.
No, yeah, 50%.
Yep. Just building here. Hopefully, unlike what we saw in Process, Maccas Lan Party decide to be assertive here, because this is more than enough Uber to push out of loss.
Certainly, and TR6 are up in this lobby area on such a big disad as well. They're almost asking Maccas Lan Party to push into them, but there's no real grinding as well coming out from TR6, whereas Maccas have it right now. They might want to move this straight away. That soldier and demo would have scouted that and know they are holding really close in lobby. We should see some aggression coming out from Maccas right now.
But again, the way they're playing, they're just so passive. They're letting this massive Uber advantage slip away. Again, these are Div 5 folks. Like, you can expect plays like this, but definitely questionable.
Well, you got to also expect, like, after that first map, Mac has got to be feeling really pressured right now. We do see Uber's just evening up. And we do see, yeah, Blue losing that Uber advantage. 24 seconds, I had that.
But, you know, hopefully, at least we can see an epic conch play as Johnny just starts walking through Shutter for free.
A lot of spam, though, going on to TR6 players, right? They're going to have to back off and heal up.
Yeah.
No Soldier really holding close there for that early force, though. I think that's a problem. Like, Smash is really showing himself, so they kind of know where he's at on that right side. But they're not, like... No one's really holding close to get that early force. They're literally letting them... They're going to let them force in for free. Which I think is a big problem right now. Definitely,
and yeah, the contemplate comes out, but look at how much stickers Johnny has just managed to spam over this side here. Zonite is kind of getting counter-aggressive here, but again, they're just giving up so much room to TR6. Like, they're really... I don't know, I really would like to see them stand their ground a bit more as this second to last downweight continues. Comes in for a bomb, but just gets absolutely shut down by Noble Harvard. So maybe we'll see a counter sack here, hopefully.
Yeah, we should see Inv coming up on something interesting, I think. Unless they're just going to try to buff him and go again. Yeah, we see Inv coming up on Sniper now.
Oh, the conch play comes out. This is nice aggressive play. They still haven't used Uber here. Here we go. The Uber for Maccas Lan Party is used, but they got so much damage onto TR6. I really like this. They get the demo of Johnny. Smashes behind the team. He might be able to get a few more frags here if the scouts don't shut him down, which looks like he does. They shut him down, but they force TR6 all the way back onto second. If Maccas Lan Party can continue with the aggression here, as Noble H does come in to try to get the medic, gets a decent amount of damage, but doesn't get the kill. I really like that by Maccas Lan Party. That was like the first time this match where they've shown real aggression. As I said, this Oh-Hi is actually doing the exact same to them, sort of just walking in, but gets taken out by a sticky trap, as Inv gets a headshot.
Yeah, Maccas did a good job then at kind of cycling those Ubers, but then their players got him real deep. So it's not really working out too well. We have Noble up on Sniper, the Roma Sniper play. Not uncommon.
Yeah.
But we just see just the snipers duking it out here. Seeing what pot shots I can take. I don't know what Johnny's doing here, peeking when his sniper's trying to take a shot. Like, that's possibly baiting his sniper a little bit, but who am I to judge?
Who are you to judge indeed? Smash gets taken down to about 20 HP there, as IC is also on about 50. Oh-Hi again walks into last for free. What is happening? I mean, questionable players by both teams at the moment. I'm not sure quite what to think, as I guess we're just waiting for another sniper duel here. Noble up.
I think with that sniper coming up, Mac is maybe going to try. I mean, TR6 is going to maybe try to peek someone. We do see
we have a drop player from the server.
Drop player from the server.
Gone, but
so we should see a pause soon. I'm assuming.
I don't know what's happening.
Maybe we saw the pause later on, like earlier, and that happened. I'm not too sure. Inv goes down against that sniper duel, but Mac is still one player down.
Walks in for free and gets smashed. Like, he's completely obliterating the flank of Maccas Lan Party. Coda's back in the same. He might get Zonite here, but the Uber... Oh, I see, taken down at the start of the Uber. Captain Coda's Uber does come out here, but Coda just walks into 4 Uber players and gets absolutely nothing done. Trades with his life, and now TR6 have a massive player ad to come back into last to it, as Zonite gets flung up into the air before taken down. Smash putting a bit of pressure onto their team, but Sora just, again, walks in through the flank for absolute free and gets Cody.
Yeah, good work by the scouts. TR6 is coming in and cleaning up in that post-Uber fight, and that's going to be the first round going to TR6. After a long 8-minute round, bit of a stalemate between these two teams here. Would have possibly liked TR6 to be a bit more aggressive with their sacking, but they seem to just want to trade spam and see what they're going to do. Anyway, we're back on this new mid. Do you want to take us over it for us, Foz?
Yeah, I'm watching Johnny getting here. Once again, gets here about the same time as Zonite. They're just trading spam. He does sort of take the worst end of this fight. He's hangs back. But again, both scouts for TR6 aggressive onto high ground. IC's probably going to get taken down here. Yep, I high with the quick frags. And Sora's now sort of plus forwarding onto the combo as Cody and Zonite are sort of just hustling around this health pack area, and yep, they already back out. Noble Harvard's is taking a fight, gets Johnny, which is a decent enough pick, but yeah, TR6 again.
Demo Man means that at least Maccas will be able to stave off this push on the second, I think. So,
definitely.
Like, it bought them a bit of time, but it was still risky, because if he didn't secure that frag, then he would be in, a bad news bears situation.
Heebs is coming in, again, so much room for absolute free, taking no damage, but decides to slowly back up. What I'm seeing with these mids, we've only had 2 so far, but the scouts of TR6, Sora and Ohai, are just absolutely dominating this high ground, getting an early frag onto Icy, and then just cleaning up. Zonite gets taken down by Ohai as he just walks in through grass and then around to train. Im gets taken down, but really with the demo down, and how aggressive TR6 should be going, and they are going.
Maccas have lost the demo, like this is going to be an auto push for TR6 right now.
Yeah.
They do get the spawners coming up, so possibly they can hold good soldier aggression coming in here. They do get the early force out.
Yeah, this is all off the back of, again, TR6's scouts just getting into flank for absolute free and getting so much damage, or in this case, just walking into the demo, getting an easy frag. We do see the pyro out from Kuda as he misses a reflect. This smash gets taken out by a relatively nice pipe. And another pipe from Johnny getting down Coda, the pyro. Noble Harvard's trades with Johnny, but again, 5 on 6. We should probably see TR6 coming in with a wish, but they've been taking their time here. Im takes the high ground here, gets a nice spam onto the medic and scout. Zonite's forced back into spawn, and this should be an easy cap.
Johnny just connecting so many pipes on that last day, getting at least, I think he got a 4K with those pipes.
Yeah, I believe he did. So you just want to take us over this mid now, Oxy?
Certainly. I think what's going to be really important here is for Maccas to get scouts up high, because I feel like they're getting scouts up high really early, but TR6 are kind of knowing, and then just chucking both their scouts up on one, and it's kind of not working out well for them.
Yeah. And again, both scouts for TR6 getting there really aggressive. Im goes for a jump, but completely misses the other stack, and it looks like Noble H has got a bit of a ping issue again. In with the bomb, getting nice damage onto Zonite. Sora follows up onto Captain Cody. Heebs comes across onto Smash. Noble Harvard's down. It's just Icy and Coda. Icy's sort of hanging around on this nice little upper bit, trying to hopefully get a sneaky pick, and Coda is all the way back on last on heavy. No one spotted Icy. She can maybe get a sneaky pick here? Possibly?
Yeah, but no, Mac is way too far in the lobby. She's too far behind now. They had that kind of chance to maybe tie something up, but not really.
And she will have Imp coming in behind her very soon as Zonite gets taken down again as the Uber comes in, smashed down. Icy's behind them now, but again, they've lost their demo and their pocket. There's no way they can hold this, I don't think. The heavy gets blasted off the point for some nice stickies. It's just a matter of time until TR6 win this fight with, just more HP on the board. Although Ohai does get taken down, and they are sort of all clumped up in this back corner. Im comes in with a bomb, whiffs his rock onto Captain Cody. Ohai's trying to follow up, but taken out very low. They do get the heavy. Heebs is getting time on point. Captain Cody comes into blocks, but gets taken down himself. I'm not sure how TR6 whiffed that push.
Yeah, it seemed like everything was kind of going right for them, but then it all kind of crumbled. They got the demo and the soldier so early in the fight. Icy was stuck behind them. They got the heavy down so low, and then they just sort of played far too passively. They might pick up Smash here and Zonite, both super low, as Ohai is sort of rushing into last, but decides to wisely back out as he sees a buffed Coda coming towards him. Full Uber ad here, though, for Doge, so he's going to be wanting to push off this pretty quickly.
Ohai probably getting taken on the flank. Noble H finally doing his job and not letting Ohai come in. The Uber does come out. They get Cody, but aside from that, they're not really getting that much damage out as Smash has the high ground. They are getting a lot of time on point here. It's Hiv.
Beautiful work by Smash there.
The scout. It's just medic now. Surely someone might be able to chase him down, or Smash looking to get aggressive, but nah, Doge should easily be able to get out of here. But Maccas Lan Party should just console their losses, cap this second as quickly as they can. And
Smash on that high ground just got so much damage out and really allowed his team to just clean up on that last set.
Yeah.
I don't think they would have been able to clinch that round out if it wasn't for them. Huge bomb on Cody here. And he does get the trade! Wow, great work by Cody with a nice little surf off it, but unfortunately his team wasn't able to collapse on that quick enough.
Again, Ohai just getting 2 nice little pistol kills there, but Maccas Lan Party, they're playing very disjointed. I think that's the issue. They're having moments where their teamwork is brilliant, but then overall they're just stuffing up as Coda once again on Pyro, taking a lot of damage on. Probably going to get taken out here to the shotgun of Heebs. That's exactly what we see. Noble Harvard's probably going to die here. Captain Cody had to actually go down. The Uber comes out, smash down. Noble Harvard down. Zonite's going to get taken down, and surely this is going to be the 3rd round in a row to TR6.
I think though, Foz, like you got to give Maccas a bit of credit. Like it is grand final, probably their first grand final they've ever played. And they're certainly going to be feeling the pressure after having such a dominant first map from TR6 here. This is their map. Like they don't want to go home. You know, losing both maps in a row. But
with how much time do we have left? We only have 6 minutes left, or is my HUD broken?
No, we have 15 minutes left in this.
Okay, but
in this map.
Again, TR6 seeing Maccas Lan Party deciding really not even to contest mid here. Noble Harvard with a very, very nice rocket onto Ohai there. Very cheeky little long-range rocket spam onto the scout here, but yeah, Maccas Lan Party deciding to cut their losses and not even contest mid, as Imp looks like he might bomb out of window anytime soon. No.
Maccas are wanting to be holding a lot closer to Saw here with even Ubers now. Like, look at how much room TR6 is getting in here.
Oh, it's Chris!
Solj!
They get Johnny! They get the medic! Oh, that is... Oh, Maccas. But Heaves comes in with some great spam rocket and they lose the fight. Oh, that was... So, okay, well, we found the reason why they didn't come to mid, but...
Alright. I am sorry I did not catch that out soon. I just assumed they'd be on Uber.
Neither did I. That was a sneaky little play there, baiting TR6 into Saw, but again, Heaves just sort of hid on stairs while that crits came through, waited until they all pushed through into that choke, and just got 3 really solid rockets out and just crushed the combo.
It didn't work out for them very well, but it was hilarious to watch. So
definitely, that's the kind of stuff you want to see. Like, at least, you know, they're trying something new. It shows they've still got some fight left in them, and they're not just going to give this match up. As Noble
gets a nice body shot on Ohai.
Yeah. Coda's getting a bit aggressive, probably going to get caught out by the stickies. No, actually by the rocket of Heaves.
Even Ubers now, maybe 10%, 15% add to Doge here, with both meds on that medigun. Noble just trying to get a pick on the sniper.
Yeah. Slight Uber advance to Doge. But I doubt we're going to see them use straight away, although they completely just go in. Flash Soldier and Demo not getting anything. Maccas Lan Party's getting really well. Cody with a nice surf back into corner, really keeping away from the damage. Doge going to get taken out here, possibly, but no, Heaves and Zora and Johnny.
Cody drops though, unfortunately. There was sticks on that point. Good demo bomb there from Johnny, getting 2 good sticks in the air onto Cody and dropping him, and going to be... 4th round going the way of TR6 here.
The most interesting round we've had, I think it's safe to say.
Certainly, I think it was interesting that crits play. Didn't really work out for them too well, but, you know, got to give things a go when you're on the back foot.
Definitely. I'll just quickly make sure that they aren't running it again, so we don't miss another excellent play. No, they are running Medigun, which means they will contest this mid-fight. Again, Zonite getting so much more aggressive onto the point. They do get Johnny. Doge takes down Coda.
Look at Enzo on the med straight away.
Cody's jumping around.
Him.
Gets out the amputator, but Im's rocket catches him. Ohai gets a frag, and Ohai does get 2 very sneaky kills. We're going to see Noble Harvard's coming back in, or no, he's actually all the way out into. He's baiting and cheese here. Can get the demo, and yes, oh, nice little cheeky rocket onto the medic as well. But no, Doge survives barely on 30 HP as Ohai continues to get this captured point done.
Maccas want to really be grinding this right now, but they're choosing to hold closer. They probably want to hold a bit further back on second and grind right now, but they're choosing to maybe come in and try to contest this mid. Coda just trying a bit of spam, backing off right now. And we do see even Ubers between the 2 teams.
Yeah.
Coda goes down though. Ooh. So many clustered players in Sora right now for Maccas.
And Zonite might get taken out here from an aggressive Sora, but no. Backs out. Inv is onto the medic here. Gets 1 clean rocket and a second. Takes him down. And with a now full Uber advantage, we're probably going to see TR6 snowball this onto last as Noble Harvard gets taken out once again.
Smash is behind though in Sora. I mean, he sees the med. The med does not see him. He's got rockets in to cheat. He gets them.
Force the Uber.
No. Oh, so close.
At least he forced the Uber. That's the main thing. But again, I really like to see Maccas Lan Party get a heavy or something. Instead, they go for the spy sniper play. I do not agree with this at all. Captain Cody's down, Zonite's down, Icy is down. I think it's fair to say this is GG to TR6.
Again, like against Highlander players, you could try Highlander class. It could work.
Definitely, but congratulations to TR6, the our 14 Division 5 champions.
Yeah, they were very dominant all season, so I think it's not surprising to see them be so dominant on the two maps. I thought we might see a bit of a stronger showing from Maccas coming onto Snakewater, but it seems like that wasn't the case. But props to both teams. To make it all the way to the grand final, you can't say they didn't work hard together.
These two teams will get a shiny badge with a 1 and a 2 on them now, so they've got that going for them.
Certainly. Do we want to have a look at these logs from the second map? Yeah,
I'm going to try to bring up the logs if I can find them.
They might be a little bit broken.
Yes, of course.
Oh. Yeah, okay. They're incredibly broken.
They are.
No logs.
We can say we have leading frags is Heaves with 3, so good on him. 3 frags over 5 rounds. That's respectable. Give him an A+ effort for that.
Yeah. Anyway, we do have some teams. We do have some people here from the two teams. We have Cody and Icy from Maccas Lan Party, and we have Inv and...
Just Inv. We also have Zonite in for...
Maccas, yeah.
For Maccas. So, first off, congratulations, Inv, on you and your team's victory and taking the championship of Div 5 after having a pretty successful season. How do you feel?
Pretty overwhelmed, to be honest. A lot of us came from Highlander and didn't really know too much about Sixes, so this is sort of our getting our feet wet sort of season. We've progressed a lot. It's I don't know, it's just really hard to explain. We sort of went through the stages of, oh yeah, what the hell's going on, and I feel that the last couple of games we've sort of just come together. But all in all, the season's been extremely fun. Every team's been amazing to play against. So there's nothing really I can complain about, to be honest.
Yeah, and that's a great attitude to have over the season. I'm glad you guys enjoyed your breakout season, and definitely what a breakout season to have, taking to 5. But commiserations to Maccas Lan Party, although in some way congratulations, you came in from 3rd seed and managed to win a very tight semi-finals against Intoxicated. How did you feel your season went overall?
It was pretty good, actually. At the start of the season, we'd actually scrimmed most of the teams. Our 3 picks for the teams that would definitely make finals were Maccas, Intox, and TR6, as much as TR6. They didn't, as they said, they weren't really sure about it, so they weren't quite as confident. But it was very good to be able to see all of the teams grow through the season. The 2 months, there's quite a lot of change. And hey, 2nd place is pretty bloody fantastic.
Yeah, I can speak from experience. I'm quite happy my first proper season of Sixes to get 2nd place, so yeah, I definitely know what you guys are feeling. Pretty good feeling. I guess we'll just lead into this. Do you guys have any sort of inkling that maybe either team will stay together for the next hour?
From our team side, probably not. I know for a fact that I'm going to be branching out either into a Div 4 or Div 3 team, as well as a couple others might be just swapping off. I personally feel that if we sort of have the exact same team set up for next season, then we might, not saying we're amazing, but we could possibly do the same thing for Div 4.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah.
And Maccas Lan Party, same question to you. Any sort of plans for continuation?
We've discussed it. We've got about half our members that are looking at potentially entering into a higher division, and about half that are still not so sure about it and would like to have another go at Div 5, maybe try some other classes and stuff. And it looks like Maccas won't be in the next season, but you never know. There's still time for people to change their minds.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be a decent towards the next hour, so never sure exactly what will happen. Oxy, any questions from you? I've sort of been taking the stage a bit here.
I got some questions for TR6. So, you guys obviously couldn't really hear the cast. We were talking about at the start how TR6, it seems, this whole season, your scouts and your demo have been very strong for you guys in terms of how you guys like to play. You're very scout-centric, and your scouts do a lot of damage and a lot of work for you guys. How did that kind of factor into your map picks for tonight? I wasn't surprised by the Process pick for you guys. I'd seen a few of your games before. I knew that Process was a really strong map for you, but how are you feeling about Snakewater, and what kind of factored into the choice of Process? Does that make sense?
Just come together on.
I think the answer is pretty much we had scrims on process, and we felt we were really comfortable on it, and so we had a bit of a team meeting, and Johnny decided that process was a map we'd like to keep and play because we were comfortable.
Admittedly though, Product would have been our first choice.
Yeah.
However, that was vetoed out by Maccas Lan Party.
It's a good choice.
Not our strongest map.
Yeah. We'd done well on that map.
Yeah, admittedly, Snakewater is probably one of our weaker maps, so we were pretty surprised to actually perform as we did tonight.
I kind of like Snake, but apparently even Ohio doesn't.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question to you, Captain Cody. It's definitely the most entertaining play of the night. The decision not to go to mid and have that sneaky crits play, baiting them into Thor and getting some very, very nice rockets onto them.
We lagged so bad for that crits push as well.
Yeah.
Well, we did have a little bit of ping issues. I mean, TR6 played pretty fantastically, and I have to wonder if the outcome would be different at all. I don't really think it would vary too much. I think it would be a bit closer, but I still think that TR6 probably had this. So we decided that we knew that they were very confident by that stage in the game, and that they'd want to press their advantage because they were rolling straight over us. We'd actually done it a couple of times in scrims, but with a standard Uber. I thought with the storeroom being quite closed in and close quarters that a soldier crits would drop most of the combo in about 2 rockets. It was worth a try.
Yeah,
it went pretty well.
Definitely. I mean, it's always nice to see sort of players like that come out. Adds a bit of spice to the game.
Indeed.
Made it look better.
Definitely.
Good fun too.
It's always a tough game when you get rolled, but having good fights in there and putting up a few good mid fights and having those team wipes that we got made a very big difference to our confidence.
Yeah, Zona, especially on Snakewater, you were getting really aggressive onto these mids, getting there considerably before Johnny and just taking a massive point presence. You definitely step your mids up for this second map.
Yeah, I actually started off quite passive when I started playing Snakewater, but the team worked very well on it, and it started to become a very favorite map. So when I started to go to mids, I felt like I just needed more positioning. I needed to push them back because they were really aggressive. So I felt like getting a lot of damage on them and pushing them back as much as I possibly could would help the team out. It did drop Cody a few times because they forgot to look behind me because of a few jumping soldiers, but I felt it worked a lot better than what I'd usually do, and I got a bit more damage out there.
I think we got jumped by half as many soldiers with your aggression. Case of we're a lot better at trying to push forward than we are trying to not get jumped on. It's a bit harder to pick up skills for surviving and being a bit more passive. Some of those TR6 bombs, those soldiers definitely outplayed me.
More imps than me, but
not been jumped by soldiers like that before.
Yeah, pretty much my role within the team is just find the medic. Is he alive? Yes. Okay, I'm probably going to bomb.
Yeah, you had some pretty successful bombs, I must say. Especially, I think it was the third round Snakewater, third or fourth. There was a time Maccas Lan Party was pushing out onto second, and you just got an incredibly clean rocket onto Cody, was pushing out from last.
My favourite's the one where I thought he was dead, so I relaxed, and then his rocket killed me as I dropped into the lower section on the second point.
Anyway, I think we're going to get into some shoutouts, if I'm not mistaken, Foz, unless you got any questions.
No, I think we're all good here.
We'll take it down the list, I guess. And Cody, any shoutouts from you, mate?
Yep, on behalf of Maccas, thanks to Oz Fortress, Ucasters, and Camerawork for making all this possible. It was good fun. Definitely thankful for that. Shoutouts from me. I've got Sir Richard, Logon, Bowen, MG, the Benevolent Backstabber Butcher, Team Percy, Team Intoxicated, and of course, the meme lord himself, you, Oxy!
Thank you. Heaves, any shoutouts from you, mate?
I just shout out my team for being really, really good this season. Really enjoyed it, and I also shout out the other team for having a really good match. I really enjoyed it, and also all the other teams who versed in Div 5 this season.
I see any shoutouts from you?
Admin Abuse, Maccas, TR6, everyone else we versed. That's it.
Ian, any shoutouts from you, brother?
Obviously, other than all the teams we've versed this season, I've been told to shout out to Dilly, Mist, Spootly, pretty much the Simply TF Jump server, and a couple mates back from home. So, shout out to you dudes.
Alrighty, Johnny, any shoutouts from you, mate?
Are you trying to imply that Johnny talks?
Johnny doesn't talk.
Okay. Oh, hi.
Yeah, no, okay,
He
so
wants me to
shout out to Johnny
Signed.
not talking the entire season.
Shout out to his microphone. Yeah.
Okay, Johnny asked me to shout out for him.
Yep.
So he said shout out to Signed and TR9 and Forefather.
Cool. Oh, hi, you got any shoutouts, mate?
Basically, shout out to all the Div 5 teams and any other team we scrimmed against. Shout out to Maccas Lan Party for a great final game. Also, shout out to Brody, our medic. He's a fantastic guy. I think that's it.
Oh, shout out to Wendy Coppo from Snazzy.
And I have been told to shout out to Scandal, because he's actually my waifu.
Zona, any shoutouts from you, mate?
Sound like I'm repeating everybody else, but shout out to the other teams. They were really, really good this season. Mainly Percy, which scrimmed us quite a lot. Intoxicated, who gave us an amazing semi-final to get into here. They made us work for it. TR6, obviously, for a great game. Very tough game, but still good. And my friends in my other mumble, which don't know if they're watching or not, but they kind of cheered me on quite a lot during game, wished me luck during these games, so shout out to them.
Okay, Oxy, any shoutouts from you?
Shoutouts to AA. Finished 4th last night. We're RIP pretty much now, so we're not coming back anymore. But it's been a good run
Rip.
for a few seasons for us, which is nice. And that's pretty much it from me. Any shoutouts from you, Foz?
Yeah, I'd just like to shout out Oxy for me cast, Kaiza and Brodogs for sort of hodgepodging the stream together when everything was going wrong. Both teams for an entertaining match. I also like to plug the rest of the Oz Fortress finals that we have for this season. Coming up this Sunday, we've got our Division 4 Grand Final. I believe it's casted by J Blades and Smith. But the main show is going to be on Tuesday. We've got our Premiership Grand Final. Probably Premiership Grand Final. Kenneth, if you want to speak about that?
Well, it's the Premiership Grand Final. You better tune in. It's going to be, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. It'll, of course, be Pump and Dump versus Team Impunity, and it's going to be great. Don't know who's casting. Brodogs would have to inform me on that.
And I do hear, though, Kenneth, for that game, we do have some fun extra hats that have been donated by some community members to give away throughout the cast as well.
Yes, so there will be raffles and giveaways and stuff like that. I that's actually the first time I've properly heard that that's happening, so yeah.
I know, because I donated some hats, so...
I'd also like to say, sadly, on Tuesday as well, there's going to be the Division 2 Grand Final between, suddenly got the name, Two Youngs and Multiplex, which is likely going to be an incredible match, but sadly, just due to scheduling with Prem, we're probably not going to be able to bring it to you, which is a shame, because...
We will attempt for 2 streams, but, if we can't get the people, we'll try and make it happen.
Yeah.
Coda will fill in.
Yes, get Coda cast.
Okay. Any shoutouts by Brodogs or Kaiza?
Shoutouts to Status Spec for so apparently the problem was, so if you were all in chat earlier, you would have saw the balked HUD trademark pending. Basically, the fix was that I had to load up another server. Well, I had to load up a server and cache everything. Or cache everything. So yeah, whatever. Shoutouts to Anime Crew and Yukari, as usual.
I guess I'll take my shoutouts now because I haven't done it yet.
Shoutouts to Kenneth.
Yeah, thanks. Shoutouts to my dad who just joined Snapchat at Bozobit. BOZOBIT.
Bro, let's cut this out of the
Add him.
stream.
Put it up on the stream.
And well, last of all, thanks for all of our viewers for watching our coverage of the AL14 Division 5 Grand Final between TR6 and Maccas Lan Party. We're gonna be signing off now, but be sure to tune in through the rest of the following week while we're bringing